Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. It's so good to be here again. I wish I could be there live with you all and be touring the country. I'm sure that time will come soon. I just wanted to thank everybody for being here and giving me this opportunity to share ATOMY with you. I've been doing ATOMY for a little over 8 years now. I've had the amazing opportunity to travel the world, to share the information. And today my goal is to share with you the vision, right? Why I am doing ATOMY. So why I started ATOMY and why I believe that everybody who does do ATOMY, it's going to be very beneficial. So I think there are many aspects to the business, right? There's going to be reasons for somebody to do it because they want to just consume the products and then they fell in love and then they started the business, or they never even tried the products, fell in love with the compensation plan, or they just followed somebody that they trusted to a lecture, and then they were really informed within the lecture and decided to do more research and then decided to jump all in or do it part-time. So whatever it may be, your story may be a little bit different than mine, but I want to share with you the logical reasons as to why I believe that ATOMY can be very beneficial to anybody coming in contact with ATOMY and anybody willing to put in the work, right? So through this situation that we've currently encountered, there are many pros and cons to working at home, right? To being able to do businesses online, to getting started with many different opportunities that are pretty much tailored to you. So what does it mean to be tailored, right? What does it mean to be tailored to you? And in this lecture, those are my goals, to kind of break down ATOMY in a simplistic way, to explain to you why I believe that everyone who chooses to do ATOMY will therefore benefit from it rather than losing anything, right? So let's get started. So the different two aspects that I want to get started with will be the very basic business model. So a business, right, for profit is for us to sell a product, okay, or to sell a service. And the ability to sell a product or a service depends on you, right? If you have capital, then maybe you will be able to create an amazing product, get funding. Or if you want to sell a service, then maybe you are very good at whatever you may be doing. So whether it's teaching, whether it's coursework, whatever it is, you're selling technically a service, right? So you're teaching individuals how to do something. But the average Joe, like somebody like me, who started about 9 years ago, who didn't have anything special going for them. So I didn't have money, okay, and I didn't have any special skills. But I saw the opportunity in ATOMY because, okay, my wife using the product. So random, let's rewind, okay, 8 years, 9 years, okay. I first came to Korea and I was looking for an opportunity to start my own business. And in that, my wife started to use a product called ATOMY, and I had no clue what that was. But when she was using it, I was able to see the difference in terms of what was happening to her by using the ATOMY Deep Cleanser, okay? So long story short, she was using a $110 deep cleanser, and then ATOMY was less than $10, and it gave double the benefits, okay, from the $110 product that she was using. So the business, I guess, driven person inside of me saw that as opportunity and started to do research, okay? And when I saw the research, I saw that this was a business that I could participate in because it was free to start, okay? So for those here today, whenever you start a business, you want to look at your target market, okay? You want to be able to produce or sell a product or a service that everybody can participate in. So the easiest way to think about this is what are you going to sell, okay? And who are you going to sell it to? The smaller your market is, the more difficult it is going to be for you to become successful, okay? So in ATOMY, we sell everyday necessities, okay? What do I mean? What are everyday necessities? So think about the products that you use right now from the morning until night. So toothbrush, right? You brush your teeth every day. Toothpaste, okay? Shampoo, conditioner, body lotions, Okay. These things are what we call everyday essentials, necessities. Okay. In Korea, we sell toilet paper, wet wipes, everything. Okay. Everything you can imagine, we sell. And these are items that you would use regardless of doing ATOMY, okay, or participating in the business. These are everyday necessities, okay? Now, if you have the ability to sell these items, okay, then the next question that you're going to ask yourself is it competitive, right? So what does that mean? Is it competitive? Competition, right? It means that will your toothbrush, okay, be competitive to other toothbrushes on the market? And will it be good in terms of being able to change consumer habit? And this is the homework that you need to do. For me, the answer was yes. Okay. The quality was very high and the price was very low, just like the deep cleanser that I talked to you about. And I knew that I was able to target all the individuals around me to use ATOMY because of the quality and price. Now, in ATOMY, we call this the Prestige, okay? The Prestige products. So Prestige means being able to sell to the masses a prestigious item. So high quality item to the masses, okay? And we're able to do this because we're able to match, okay, the necessary demand or volume, right, in order to be able to produce all those to sell it because we have that huge market right now, okay? So that was one of the reasons why I chose to do ATOMY. I chose to do it because I saw that the product had market fit, okay? Now, the next one that I want to talk to you about, so point one was products or services, okay? Does ATOMY match those? And listening to the lectures, the product lecture and the compensation plans, you'll be able to see that it does fit, okay? Now, the next one that I want to talk to you about is bullet point 2, which is ability to build the business, okay? Now, there are two different levels to the ability to build the business, all right? The first part that I'm going to talk about is personally. Personally, do you have the ability to build the business? So what's stopping you from doing whatever business it is? Starting a restaurant, starting a clothing company, starting an online business, starting a newspaper company, whatever it is, a blog, what's stopping you? And always the answer is ability. Your lack of ability for maybe capital, lack of ability for the skill needed, okay? So these two things are what hold you back, okay? So if you want to start a restaurant and you do not have the ability to cook well, then you will probably fail because your restaurant probably won't be able to produce delicious food, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Or let's say that you were a phenomenal cook, but you lack the capital aspect. So if you don't have money, then how are you going to start the business? Are you going to get a loan? Are you willing to get a loan? Okay. Are you willing to take on that risk? Or is the bank willing to loan you money? So these are all aspects that you have to think about. Okay. Now, yes, there are free businesses. Okay. So some of you will say, well, you can start a business for free, this and that. Okay. I would like to know what business that you can start for free where you would be able to gain the product market fit that I just talked to you about on bullet point 1. It's going to be very, very difficult, pretty much unheard of, and it's going to cost you money. It's not going to be free. Now, people will say, well, maybe you can start a YouTube channel. Okay, maybe you can start an Instagram, whatever it is, and you can get ad fees, and then you can get sponsorships, things like that. Well, yeah, you could, but you would then have to have the ability to make amazing media content. So you would have to have that ability, okay? So that doesn't apply to the masses. That only applies to individuals with that select set of skills, okay? But in ATOMY, we cater to everyone. Anyone can become successful. Anyone, okay? Anyone who is willing to, let me rephrase that. Anyone willing to, okay, put in the work, okay, can become successful. Now, let me define work. Okay, so work, ability, two different things. Okay, the ability is something that you already have experience with. For example, let's say that you're a professor. Okay, you've taught classes for 10 years. So I would imagine that you have very good spoken ability, right? So you'll be able to speak well. You'll be able to lecture. Okay. Let's say that you're somebody who has done hard labor all your life and never really spoke at work. Maybe you don't have the ability to speak well. Okay. Let's say that one person was a door-to-door salesman. They can persuade and sell well. And let's say that one person just worked in the kitchens and never spoke to the customers. They probably can't. So how do you cater to everybody? Okay. How do you allow the same playing field starting point for everyone? Okay. If your business does that, then that'll be great, because then you can onboard many people. You can bring many people into this ecosystem, the ATOMY ecosystem, okay? Where we're selling not just everyday necessities, but now even in Korea, we're selling beyond those things, even services, right? We can rent, you can get hotel rooms, rental cars, okay? All these packages, okay? Within the ATOMY ecosystem through Aja Mall. Now, these things are going to be available in each country as the consumer base grows, but we've already seen it come to fruition in Korea. Now, why am I saying this? Okay, because the whole point, okay, about this business is to build beyond yourself without capital. Now, how do you do that, right? That's a amazing concept that you really have to ponder and think about. Okay, now, in this business, I stated that you can do it personally because why? Why? Number one, it's free. Okay. Doesn't cost you anything. Okay. Number two, you can onboard anybody that you want. Again, because it's free. And you have the ability to build together because of the compensation plan. So what does that mean? That means that in the compensation plan, not the 300K, 700K, this aspect of the compensation plan, but how the compensation plan is leveraged and how it works. So you get paid more than what you put in is the point. What do I mean? When I registered in ATOMY, I was just one little green square on the lineage like everybody else. Okay. And then I registered, let's say I register a Chinese individual. Okay. So maybe they speak Mandarin, maybe they speak Cantonese, whatever it is. Maybe they speak multiple languages. So, and I only speak English, let's say. That person who is registered in my downline can now open those countries that speak those languages with me. They can be my translator. They can work with me, or I can work with them, vice versa. It's the same thing, right? And as they grow their network, that network becomes my network. Okay, I leverage 100% from everybody else's hard work as well. So it's a win-win system. Okay, and the fair part about this is there's an income ceiling. Okay, so within the compensation plan, there's an income ceiling, and that income ceiling allows for everybody to be on the same playing field, and in the end, receive the same output. I mean, receive the same income, right? The percentage coming in. Now, each person's ability is very simple. Okay. All you have to do, okay, all you have to be willing to do, put in the hard work that I said is what? Is to share ATOMY with anybody willing to listen. Okay. So that's your responsibility. So people will say, oh, I started ATOMY this month and I got paid $0. I shared ATOMY and still got nothing. I want to quit. I don't want to do ATOMY anymore. I've heard this said multiple times before. Now, this does not make any logical sense if you understand the opportunity that you have and you didn't invest any money. Okay, so you're not at a negative. So, for example, if you wanted to start that coffee shop or restaurant, you're in debt, right? Because it costs you money to make that brick and mortar. It costs you money to buy those cups, to buy the coffee machine, to buy the coffee. It is not free. You are in debt, okay? So you are starting at negative. In ATOMY, even though you didn't make any money this month, it didn't cost you anything to maintain your business, okay? So you're not at a negative, okay? You are continuing to build your business in your everyday setting, okay? So do you drink, before meeting ATOMY, did you meet your friends? Yes. Did you drink coffee with your friends? Yes. Did you eat dinner with your friends? Yes. So how is that because you started ATOMY? Now it's costing you money to do those things? No, that's the wrong. If you are doing it that way and that's what you think, stop. That's not how you're supposed to do ATOMY. ATOMY is supposed to be able to tie together with your everyday lifestyle. Okay. And what you're doing is you're just sharing information. Okay. So people say, how do you share ATOMY then? Okay. So let me go over bullet point 1 again. Products and services. Bullet point 2, ability to do the business. Okay. Now, bullet point 3, this is going to be the last bullet point. Okay. Being able to create passive income for yourself. Okay. And at the same time, why the company is continuing to grow. Okay. Those 2 things that I'm going to talk about. Now, back to bullet point 2. How do you share ATOMY? Okay. So, personally, your ability to do the business. Okay, how are you sharing ATOMY? The way that you should share ATOMY is very simple. Okay, what is it? Do you brush your teeth? Yes. Okay. Let me teach you how to make money brushing your teeth. Well, there's one way to do it. Or you can say, hey, have you ever made money brushing your teeth? Have you ever made money shampooing your hair? No. Well, let me teach you how. That is ATOMY, okay? If you don't understand what I just said, then you don't understand ATOMY yet. So you need to do your homework, okay? Go on channel ATOMY, go to ch.atomy.com, go watch the videos. Even I have a lot of material online. You can go to YouTube, Coach Jew, and I haven't uploaded in forever, but you can watch the videos there. There is abundance of content online, okay? And when you go online and when you research individuals who have succeeded in ATOMY, please don't just watch any random video, okay? And go to channel.atomy.com to watch the videos. But you'll be able to see that in those videos, they outline the reasons why what I just said makes sense. You've brushed your teeth for 10, 20, 30 years. Have you ever been paid to brush your teeth? You haven't. Okay. But in ATOMY, you can. Why? Because you save money on the products, A, and or as you continue to use the products, your PV builds. And when you share the information, then you start to accumulate PV and then you can get your payout. The 300K, 15 points, 5 points, whatever it may be, you get your payout. Okay. So that's free money, right? You've been brushing your teeth for 10, 20, 30 years. Have you ever been paid $60? Right? The 15-point bonus that you can get in ATOMY, even if it takes you 10 years, it's still more money than you made 10 years ago. So yes, money is money. Now, the more actively you do it and the more information that you share with other people, the faster you'll be able to build that income. Okay? So that's how you share ATOMY, by sharing those points that can help that individual understand the concept of ATOMY, not explaining to them the definition and the business model of ATOMY in terms of comparing it to other businesses, because it doesn't work. In the US, ATOMY has no registration fees. Okay, ATOMY has no monthly purchase requirements, maintenance requirements, but the other companies do, right? They have a registration fee, a monthly purchase requirement in order to benefit from the commission from your downline. ATOMY does not. Once you purchase products from ATOMY, your personal PV, we call that PPV, it's yours forever. It maintains, okay? As long as you keep your ID active. In order to keep your ID active, you just need to be a consumer, okay? Buy one item a year. That's it. Very simple, okay? Now, this is how you share ATOMY, and that's the vision that I'm sharing with you. You don't have to be some kind of superstar. You don't have to do anything special. The ATOMY business is created for those of us who are just normal individuals living our everyday lives, and we just put in the effort to share ATOMY. That's it. Okay? If you like talking about something, let's say you like talking about sports, then you put in the effort to talk about sports with your friends. If you have a desire to do some kind of social justice, whatever it is, you talk about those things, right? It's just a conversation starter. And in ATOMY, that's all that is. It is our conversation starter to become financially independent, right? To be able to make income on the side. Now, all this is great and dandy, right? But the last part is this. I've been in the Royal Club and I've been making hundreds of thousands of dollars for many years now. Okay. And doing this business, I'm able to continue to make that money because the company is not going under, because the company is growing, because the company will continue to grow. So the company will continue to grow because why? Because we sell amazing quality, right? Absolute quality and absolute price. So our consumer base continues to grow. Even though there's no more person to register in this world, let's say, will ATOMY crumble? No, because the last person who registered in ATOMY, they did not pay any money to join. They're not joining in the hopes of making money. They're joining because they want to be a part. They want to be a part of the website, to be a member, to use the product that they need anyways. That's the point. Once you understand this concept, you understand the longevity. But of course, there's going to be new members and more people are being born every day and so on and so forth, right? So we don't have to worry about that. But look into the company. Look at how amazing the company is in terms of its ability to stay afloat. It has no debt and our ability to continue to grow and expand all over the world. Okay. So these are the points that I wanted to share with you today. These are the aspects of ATOMY that I believe that everybody needs to see and understand, because the vision is this: you can do it. Anybody willing to put in the work, right, to share ATOMY with anybody is able to build their financial success. Follow the footsteps of leaders who have already become successful. Make sure that you make daily goals. Watch the 8 steps to success. And every single day, you need to be able to do what? To work towards your goal. Your goal is what? Financial freedom. In order to do that, everybody should minimum start with the goal of being an auto diamond master. Okay. Being an auto sales master is very easy. You just build consumers. Now, why auto diamond master? Because you need to build teamwork. Okay. Leaders A and B. 2 leaders in your A, 2 leaders in your B who want to work with you. Okay. So I'm going to leave you on this note. You have 52 weeks in a year, 365 days, 7 days in a week. If you want to become successful, you allocate, okay, your time to create 1 consumer a week. Okay. That's somebody that knows their ID, knows their password, uses the products, and duplicates themselves. Okay. And you teach that individual to do what you're doing within 3 months. So in 12 months, you should have at least 52 people. But let's say 50. Okay. And then that first person on the first month that you duplicated, if you add them doing what you're doing in 15 months, right? 12 plus 3, 15 months. Their efforts and your efforts built together should create 100 individuals. Now, let's do the math. 1 household, that individual that you duplicated is 50,000 PV. Multiply that by 50, that's 2.5 million PV. That is why. Why is that important? Because that is the PV necessary to become a sales master within the 1st to the 15th and 16th to the end of the month period. Please watch the detailed compensation plan. You can watch mine on YouTube, and you'll be able to see what I mean. But as you build, you should be able to create a passive income of $800 to $2,500 within, depending on your speed, but minimum 3 years. Okay. So people say 3 years, passive income of 800 to 300. Listen, a lot of individuals pension pay, okay, when they retire from the government is like $700 to $1,000 for 30 years of paying your taxes. Okay. And if you can build your ATOMY business in 3 years and get $1,000 to $2,000 a month, that's amazing. Okay. But look, I haven't even been doing ATOMY for 10 years and I make hundreds of thousands. It's not anything special that I did. It's my desire to continue to build the business and share the business, and ATOMY's ability to maintain their legitimacy with a product and company transparency. Okay. So that is what I want to leave you with today. Create those goals and those visions and make sure you follow through with those and commit to it every step of the way. Okay? All right. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for listening. And I hope to see you all at the top. Bye-bye.